What would happen if I ate only unprocessed, plant-exclusive, low-fat foods for 6 weeks? Hi, this is Greta, and today I'm starting an experiment. For the next 6 weeks, 42 days, I'm gonna eat only unprocessed, plant-exclusive, low-fat foods. Plant-exclusive, unprocessed, low-fat? What does that even mean? Plant-exclusive simply means no animal products. No meat, chicken, fish or shellfish, dairy, eggs, or other product that comes from animals. Practically vegan, but excluding all the high processed food like vegan cheese or meat-free burgers. We're gonna keep it all unprocessed. Unprocessed means as grown or as harvested. Unprocessed, by definition, also means no salt, oil or fats, flour products, alcohol and sugar. Basically, for 6 weeks, I'm gonna go so fast free. So what exactly I'm gonna eat for the next 6 weeks? Well, as you can see, I'm gonna eat a lot of stuff. Large amounts of colorful, non-starchy vegetables, fresh or frozen, sometimes even canned, like canned tomatoes. Every kind of fruits, fresh or frozen. No fruit will be excluded. Starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, cassava, but also butternut squash and pumpkins, for example. The majority of my calories are gonna come from starches and complex carbohydrates like intact grains, beans and legumes. And then I'm gonna flavor everything with some spices. A question that I get asked most of the time is, are all grains the same as intact grains? The short answer is no. All grain contain all three parts of the grain: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. But they can also be crushed, flaked, or ground. For example, all grain pasta, air popped corn, even rolled oats, and things like flour products like all grain bread. Those are all grains. Intact grains instead are all grains, but they are in their intact form, like the name suggests, and you can actually tell just by looking at them. If it looks like a grain, a seed, or a kernel, then it is an intact grain. The reason why intact grains are better than all grains is because no matter how well we chew them, some particles will make it down to the colon and feed our good gut bacteria. Did I also mention they are great for weight loss? Because we don't fully absorb them, but our gut bugs, they eat them and they make us produce larger stools. Full disclosure, during this 6 weeks, I'm still gonna be eating my rolled oats, even though they are not intact grains, but they are all grains. And the reason being is they are much easier to find in my local grocery stores, and they are insanely cheap. Okay, you got me. So technically, I'm gonna be eating minimally processed, meaning I will still be chopping and cooking my food and use things like rolled oats and split red lentils. Last but not least, low fat, meaning I'm going to avoid the high fat, calorie dense foods such as nuts, seeds, avocados, olives, tahini. These foods contain high amount of calorie in small volumes, and I'm a volume eater. I like to eat large amounts of food to feel full and satisfied. And so if I want to avoid gaining extra calories, gaining extra weight with my large portion, I need to keep the calorie density of my food a little bit lower. Don't get me wrong, these are very healthy foods. For example, I recommend people who need to gain weight or athletes or people that want to maintain their weight. They can incorporate them in their diets. The only thing I'm gonna keep during these 6 weeks is gonna be millet flax seeds, simply because they are rich in omega-3. That's it. I'm gonna take pictures of everything I eat in the next 6 weeks, post them online, and I'm gonna see you back in 42 days.